Okay, we're back. Thanks for watching that break, guys. We are getting loaded into Sequencer for the very first semifinals match. It's going to be a PvP with HerO and Zest. And it's the really good HerO versus Zest.
Yeah, it is.
Like,
Love this guy.
I feel very bad because I don't actually mean to make the other one sound worse or to break him down by any means. But when we're trying to describe this guy, he is the really good HerO. Completely irrelevant of whether there's another HerO in question or not.
I think it's... So if they both were contending in every single tournament, but HerO was getting top 4 and the other HerO was getting, like, you know, was losing every round of 16, then maybe that can be seen as a little mean. But it's more just like this HerO has been playing in tournaments and winning and playing in offline tournaments and on a team and playing professionally, was the ex-Liquid HerO is more of a streamer.
I got it with this intro. You ready?
I'm ready.
In the bottom left, it's the blue Protoss, the Puro HerO.
What?
He's like the pure HerO. Like the one true HerO. The divine being that we eradicate all of such. Never mind.
In the top right, as the red Protoss, he is Zest. I'm not even sure where you were going with that.
I was actually going to make a joke that was going to be a little offensive, but had everything to do with Preacher, but then I remembered you said you don't watch Preacher, so never mind.
Alrighty.
TLDR, guy gets sent to hell, and turns out Hitler's not such a bad guy when he meets him.
Oh. Okay. Interesting.
So actually, what I'm really curious about here is what comes out of these gateways, because all the time, always, it's Stalker versus Stalker, but we've seen the odd Protoss player like HerO willing to do adepts and sacrifice what is possible early game comfortability to kill some workers and get leads early on.
That's true. What pops out of these gateways can sometimes be quite important.
Also, got a little cha-ching sound. Raven! Raven85, any memes? One does not simply donate to BaseTradeTV. Thank you for the $5. 2 mystery bags for everybody in chat. Rejoice. Actually, this is the best time to do it because we have slightly lower viewership due to mostly the fact GSL's on. You're not going to be giving away a lot of other things, so if you want to get away with some bad things, now would be the time to do it. Unlike Terminator.
Why is everything in my bag bloody?
Doc, where are you getting these bags?
These are the worst bags.
Riff and ZG in the morning. What's up, Greyhawk? How's it going? Also, we did have a resub from J-Boogie. J-Boogie. 2 months saying, glad you reminded me to sub again. Hitting us with that Prime love.
Hey. Well, it's nighttime over here.
Yeah, what time is it in Korea? It's probably, what, 9:30 if I'm guessing?
Good call. That is correct.
I feel like I only know the hours of conversion around this specific tournament. Anything outside of these 4-hour blocks, I'm never going to guess right.
It's so... being on the East Coast, I always thought it was so easy to tell because there's a 13-hour difference. So you just, like, flip the AM, PM, and add an hour. Or sometimes it's only 12. Or 14, rather. But,
genius.
But yeah, but then I do that, then I subtract... Or I add 3 more or subtract 3 more. I add 3 more because of the West Coast. They're trying to get me to do Europe from here. That's not going to happen. Math is hard.
Well, the Adepts were definitely meant to get in there and do mineral line damage. But you know what? These pair up with the Oracle to possibly kill the Stalkers? No, they actually focus fire out down all the other Adepts. I'm not sure what HerO's up to here.
Well, with the proxy pylon, I would say a lot more aggression, but it's Phoenix versus Phoenix, and I'm not sure that he wants to... But once he identifies this is the case, you know, obviously they both have oracles flying around each other now. Definitely more important to put that into more Stargates. Both put it into a Nexus. 3 depths, not gonna get much more.
It did force all the probes to shuffle around, though. So, I mean, just checking the income graph, you can see that huge dip. In fact, it's Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen such a close income graph ever before, by the way. Even in mirror matchups, this thing doesn't look this good.
Well, it's so deceiving because, you know, it scales itself based on what the general game looks like, I guess. So with the 1,000 spike, like, it got really bad.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, up to this point, though, man, like, I've never seen it so close to the line, even in ZVZs or TVTs. I guess PvP, whatever. It gets a bit thrown for a loop now, though. His natural bases are a bit desynced. HerO's got more workers, but his natural finish is later. Zest will probably very happily catch up on this. And I guess credit to the Stargate control of the units. Phoenixes were very useful. Also didn't expect him to really play against this when he knew what the opener was, but Phoenix for Phoenix, even though the map's going to be a bit awkward. Gets the Oracle, going to get the Phoenix lead too in these fights.
Yeah, oddly enough, neither of them really pushed hard to Phoenix versus Phoenix, despite knowing that they both went Stargates. That's usually what it results in. They both don't want to give up on the Phoenix count.
Oh.
But HerO
He's
does his stars production again. Yeah, like he had a bit of a gap himself when he built a Robo, but he gets back to it. Pretty effective here.
Yeah,
Zest, unfortunately, just has to try and play the ground game here, you know, get to Twilight Council and Blink. I don't think he can play the Stargate game anymore. And just by committing, he's just all inning. Like, he's gonna lose. He's gonna tap out.
Like, what's so incredible about this is not that Phoenix have great damage necessarily. It's just they remove these units from play. So Zest coming in with like a equal-sized army is not so equal when 4 of them are dangling in the sky. And I know you say he's going to tap out. Maybe he doesn't tap out just yet. That army supply difference is still pretty stark, though, and pretty bleak. I love the idea, though, of coming straight across the map with the Phoenix. Because, A, they get the scout, but B, they also could have caught any new Stargate units coming out, securing that air lead for HerO.
Yeah. HerO could continue trying to just dominate the air, but he did get that Robo. He has been low on gas because he didn't take his natural gases up until now. And instead goes for a third base, too. So still not looking like Stargate versus Stargate, and there in fact is the Phoenix, the Starlight Council for him. So I don't know. The Phoenix Snowball has been really good in the past, even if the opponent does get to Blink and Archons. But in this case, HerO's just gonna have a mild amount of harassment, but actually fall behind on the Twilight Council.
Well, the Phoenix gonna be just policing the skies too. Map control for HerO is just fantastic too, with the Watchtower taking and the Phoenix on patrol. He sees everything. No sneak attacks, no proxy pylons. And for Zest, his only real option is to, like, you know, take these third bases and try and play catch up. But the funny thing is, the third he took isn't even going to put him on even footing because it's the smaller base with 2 less mineral patches and, of course, a lot less gas.
Yeah. I mean, not a good move there. I like seeing HerO go for charge and Immortals. It is going to directly counter what Zest should be getting, seeing that it was a, you know, Phoenix dominant army. So I mean, it's kind of the way that PvP goes. That's the way it goes.
Oh, you know what? First off, great song for the 90s or whatever. Let's be real. Secondly, Shift A for a sec. I didn't even realize how bad the army drop off was, and just seeing normally like there's some catch up, but it doesn't look like it. Like every time. They're just matching unit for unit, and HerO's gonna keep being ahead.
I still don't have the new version of Game Hearts. You always tell me to do these commands, and I do them, and then I'm just disappointed every time until I realize what you tried to get me to do. Yeah, the army size graph is pretty harsh. But yeah, it's the army size, it's the army type. Blink, you know, he thought it was going to be very useful against what should have been what I think could have been, anyways, not maybe should have been, but could have been a growing number of Phoenixes, but it's actually going to be much, much worse against... He canceled charge and restarted it. Isn't that crazy? That was farther along.
I'm not sure about that. I'm just really excited. I got the secret of the tomb. I finally have a quest I can do on Gatherbot. I've been waiting a while to get a quest.
This thing just keeps giving me bloody stuff, man. I don't like it. Okay, well that's a little bit cooler, but not useful.
A golden Tyrannosaurus named Rex. Or a golden Tyrannosaurus Rex named Kufuvivid.
Yeah, there you go. What would I name my dinosaur that?
Well, 5 gateways are finishing up as we speak, alongside the Templar archives. HerO actually takes a 4th base, which is going to be an insane lead if he can sustain economy for all these gateways. I mean, he's already on... I guess it's just going to even up like your regular count, but the point is... Sorry, I thought he already had like 5 or 6 down. But the point is he can still put more down, and in fact he does. 2 more on the way on top of the already like 8 or something he's going to have in total.
Well, this game has gone on much longer than the original attack made it look like it would. That's heavy army size.
That's kind of the story for Solar's game as well there, which is kind of funny. Maybe it'll be the theme of the night.
Yeah, even the HerO was in games a lot longer than I thought it would be. Just no one wants to instantly tap out. But of course, you know, not that Zest should have instantly tapped out. It just seemed like he kept on committing more and more soccers. It was getting very like, what's the word? It was just getting. It looked like it was kind of flippant, like okay, whatever, because I'm going to lose anyways. Might as well send them in. And then he pulled back and obviously played a better macro game. We didn't really talk much about these guys' respective skills in this matchup. HerO obviously usually a little bit cheesier, a little more aggressive, but still a good PvPer. Zest, this has been his one consistently great matchup since he was known as, you know, the best PvTer as well a year ago. So I think, with that in mind, would give it to Zest to win overall. But HerO played so well yesterday, 24 hours ago, and it might just be in a good form again, like a really good form. He's moving in. He has Archons to make the force field, but he's still going up a ramp and a choke, and that's, you know, defender's advantage right there. But I think he could push the issue. He's going to have +2 in just a second here. He has so many more Archons. Even the Phoenix is coming in to help out, picking up those sentries.
I mean...
Guardian Shield still works when they're picked up, though.
Today I learned. Charge lots are going to be what seals the deal here, even if the rest of the army didn't. That Warpin was huge. The +2 is big, and this is just too much damage for Zest. A great player, and his PvP is probably one of his best matchups, so an impressive win out of HerO, to say the least.
Exactly. But HerO just might be in his golden week. He would be facing, okay, either a T or a Z in the finals. All right. It's not over yet. Zest is a good PvPer.
He is. I certainly wouldn't count him out. But I would like to thank everybody for tuning in. I've just boosted in the channel, so everybody has 100 bonus partoofs you can play some of the mini games with. We're going to start up the arena battle in a moment so we get game number 2 kicked off. But also, quick reminder and frankly beg that you guys help us out with the Match Arena page. I'm going to screen region this and show you real quick while we're waiting. Got 500 some odd people tuning in. If you don't know how Match Arena works, type in !Match Arena, grab that link, head on over to this page. This is what it'll look like. Sign in here in the top right with your Twitch. Easy peasy. Oh, I've only got 1 cent in my account. How can 1 cent possibly help with the prize pool? Well, if you hit contribute and use the code July12, it'll add $1 to the prize pool. You can write a comment too. I love butts. There we go. And hit donate. And $1 will be added to the prize pool on your behalf. And it won't cost you anything. You didn't have to enter any payment information whatsoever. And the prize pool gets brought up a little bit more. We get up to 100 codes we can use. So we want to get this prize pool up to at least $200 today, guys. If you consider help us out, that'd be awesome. Please and thank you. But small commercial break. Or no, not commercial break. Excuse me. That's a bad habit. We're getting straight into game number 2. It's Abyssal Reef. No commercial break. Woo!
Did you not get the invite?
I did, but it timed out. Let me try real IDing in. I got battle netted.
Again. Okay, good.
Well, I was gonna say you probably shouldn't if it bugs out like that. Just I feel like.
Well, it didn't bug out. I figured it timed out because you were talking the entire time. But
no,
then...
I mean like I accepted it and it just kept entering lobby forever.
Oh, okay. Well, saying it timed out means 2 different things.
Well, it did. It stopped trying to enter the lobby because it timed out. I mean, we're both correct in this one. It's just a weird
well, yeah, but one means I just invite you again. Other one means like, oh no, it's gonna bug out. Crazy. Watch out. Grenades.
Anyways, 500 some odd people tuning in. I hope you're having a great morning. Hit those codes though, guys. We got more than enough people to fill up every single code if everyone takes a few seconds. But in game number 2, spawning here in the top left. Oh, they swapped colors. It's the blue Protoss Zest. And maybe blue is best.
On the bottom right, as the red Protoss, he is HerO. He'd be a little bit better than best.
That's actually a pretty good way to describe him, though, if we're going to be honest. Like, joking aside. HerO, on average, is better than best. Like, he is seriously, like, top-tier Korean Protoss.
Hey.
You went 500 into the arena?
I don't even know how many I have, man. I gotta
Oh.
have 1 billion.
I don't have 200, apparently. I've been mugged too much. There we go.
I don't get mugged too often, but Heart Revenge keeps trying to steal from me. Yet he's always around, seeing me fail to grab anything important from the mystery bag.
He's, you know what it is? Heart Revenge is a young kid, right?
Okay, got it.
And the trope is all these young kids always just trying to get to, like, you know, the cute girl next door, go for a panty raid. He's just trying to steal something loot, dude.
So he's an asshole. Got it. Okay, cool. Go.
I don't think that makes him an asshole.
Panty raids are kind of an asshole-ish thing to do. But go.
In what way? Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not defending it. I think it's a gross, pervy thing to do. I don't think I would call someone an asshole over doing it, though.
You don't call a gross, pervy person an asshole?
No, I call someone who's, like, driving poorly in traffic an asshole.
Okay.
By the
So
way,
continue with
oh
the
my
story.
gosh, your camera is doing something amazing right now. Do you see this or no?
No, it's normal on my end.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to see. I'm just putting up on XSplit to see if it shows on XSplit what's happening. It does. Oh my god, you're like a Picasso painting. Can you move like your head really quick or something? Oh, this looks so weird. This is okay. I'm gonna remove that. We just watched the game, but that looks. I'm not sure what just happened. It's tapped out, looking at what he stole from you. Your camera just like freaked out.
Still a melted chocolate bar, man.
It looks like you got melted chocolate all over your face. I'm not even kidding. You're like, take this from me? Not if it's in my stomach. Just rub it all over your face.
It's
Come
a
get it
treat
now.
for the viewers. Amazing.
Well, do me a favor, if you can remember after this game, restart your camera. We'll get that fixed later. Doesn't matter because we can't see it now. But HerO plopping down a third gateway, by the way. It's a bit different. No Stargate and a fast robo means that this could turn ugly for Zest very quickly. And Zest, I mean, he scouts. He gets an okay scout too. He primarily just sees no natural. This alone is like a big tell for him.
Sure. Usually that means a Stargate, though. I would say a lot of the time.
Yeah, that's why I think the third gateway is really cool. And the robo, I'm like a little bit complacent about, but man, that Warp Prism is going to provide some really awesome micro.
Now Zest is on his way to a pretty like safe opener with the robo. You could try and get an immortal out to help deal with whatever's coming in here. Obviously an observer in case it was like something even cheesier, like a dark shrine or whatever it could be. But HerO is not just stopping with gateway production, warpins, whatever, the warp prism. He's going to robotic space, so probably disruptor drops.
Huh. I don't really remember the last time we saw those in PvP. I mean, disruptors become a part of the matchup, but
Thank you to Dejotko for the Twitch Prime sub.
Yay, someone who's not offended by our profanity.
Yeah.
I think we said more swear words in the first minute of this cast than probably all week combined. Nailed it.
Said asshole quite a few times.
Yeah.
Okay, well.
You're a place poop comes from. Oh, this is interesting. The segment of stalkers. I thought it was going to be the adepts that go in the warp prism, but they'll transfer these to the main to try and bait. And while these stalkers end up like doing another bait, that lets the adepts go off. Overcharge just pops. Okay, there's some really cool tactics being employed here by HerO, but unfortunately this is not going to go well if he loses the warp prism. So much of his power is in said warp prism.
This really wasn't a surprise enough. Zest had enough units spread out and dealt with it pretty calmly, and HerO hasn't gained any advantages, just gained all the disadvantages. Much later Nexus, losing out on the probes pretty hardcore. The Disruptor has got work to do, but it's already going to be with a very weak warp prism.
Weak as it may be, though, Gravitic Drive should secure it from really dying. Unless he's really, really complacent with it and the stalkers get a good blink. Which, by the way, to note, there's no blink available. So I really think that should be fine with the warp prism. But adepts make everything look in the natural, so nothing's looking in the main. Oh, probes get pulled, but still 5 kills. Not bad.
as long as there isn't blink on the blink, then I guess the Warp Prism should be okay. It's a dangerous game, though. HerO loves dangerous games.
I mean, okay.
He does, doesn't he?
Dangerous game to me is like a tiger.
It's the most dangerous game. He just plays a dangerous game.
Actually, incorrect. The most is man.
That's a good point.
The scary door.
You got me.
That was like my favorite Futurama moment too when they first introduced it. It's like the most dangerous the most dangerous animal of all, and then he walks out. It's like, it's man. It's just like the lamest like reveal.
Yeah. Well, speaking of lame,
yes.
Phoenix was produced. A single Phoenix.
It did a lot of work though. I mean, even if it wasn't to lift the disruptor or do anything like that, just killing that Warp Prism, huge weight off of his shoulders. And HerO, like, he played off the back end of a very late Nexus, so while the worker count might not look that bad, it really is, because his mining started so much later than that of his opponent. So Zest is still ahead in income, and he's been ahead in income for almost 5 minutes now.
Yeah. Income advantage definitely in favor of Zest here. Zest goes for a third base with that extra money. He doesn't really have any tech yet. Twilight Council is only just now being put down, but he has Immortals and he has upgrades, like +1. So we'll see how this works out. I mean, I don't really think that Blink this late is going to be as helpful as HerO was hoping it will be. The game's really getting to like a later stage of PvP. But I got faith in HerO's decision making most of the time.
Oh, Nexus coming down out of HerO and Zest. Zest once again though, dynamic stays the same, gonna be ahead and finish his a little bit quicker. But I gotta give it to him. I really thought the disruptor drop, well granted maybe a little bit odd to see and not anything close to standard. It was something that could have caught him really badly off guard, and it's not that Zest is bad. We actually praise his PvP. No matter what slump Zest is in, his PvP is the best. I was still worried that disruptor drop would throw him off.
Yeah, I mean, I think disruptor drops generally do. And with HerO's control, I think they also generally pay for themselves. But that one didn't. And the one base on top of that was also pretty bad. HerO's going to try and push in here, but his army, this is not a timing or anything. His army's just straight up worse. And the Blink doesn't help.
If he's banking on a recall, and I think he has like a force field on a recall situation, I think this is not a bad move. The idea is that this does force Zest to fight at home, and Zest is not the one marching on HerO's doorstep. And HerO would not want to be defending with this army, like just as much as he doesn't want to be attacking with it. So baiting force fields at this ramp, kind of feigning a fight. I really don't believe he's planning to commit to this. Like he never was.
Yeah, I think especially now, just like 30 seconds later, especially obvious. It almost distracted enough for the Zest to get quite a few kills, but those were good force fields. Yeah,
if he loses Stalkers and Zealots, those are easy to replace, but 2 Immortals going down like that's pretty bad. Upgrades also favoring Zest right now. There's just a lot that he has going for him. And HerO, he's got the ability to possibly consider going back to Disruptors, but having seen even just that single Phoenix earlier, oh, wow, he's going to tap out. GG. He knew how far behind he was. I mean, economically, he was struggling with that late natural base, and he knew it. We knew it. Yeah, it's one of the longest times between a fight and a tap out I think I've seen. Like 30-45 seconds. Like, I feel like if he didn't lose those 2 Immortals and he got the recall off properly, we probably would have seen that still go on, but yeah. Alright guys, we gotta go to our commercial break. We'll see you in 2 minutes. Game number 3, the deciding match, when we come back. Okay, we're back into it. It's game 3 as things are tied up now 1-1 in the BTSL semifinals. Quick reminder though that if you guys are getting antsy for non-Protoss, we got a TVZ with Joxi and Solar on deck waiting to play after this. Also, I'm a little bit sad. I didn't even make the top of the arena battle this time, man. I just straight up died early. I'm gonna assume I also died early. In fact, Johnny Crow won the Grand Arena, so congratulations, you jerk. You fearsome gladiator, you. So few people here. Couldn't even advance 1 round. I know. Like, normally it's like so much more, but maybe that's the problem. Maybe you need more people to like throw their bodies at the other guys for you so that you live a little bit longer. It's kind of like PUBG in a way, right? You just play the slow game in the back, hoping no one shoots you, and they all just fight each other.
Yeah, I think that's how I'd play it. Stay in one corner, hope everyone else dies. Nailed it.
Just you're the guy who turtles up in Africa in Risk.
In Africa. Nah, man, Australia. I only need.
Or excuse me, Australia. That's what I mean.
Yeah, it's like there's a land bridge there, man. You did it all wrong.
Okay, well, we got some introductions and something to address in chat here. So in the bottom right, guys, we got the blue Protoss Zest.
In the top left, as the red Protoss, he is HerO.
And of course, folks commenting on us playing this at the same time as GSL. Guys, to be perfectly clear, we knew we were going to run headfirst into GSL, and it's not that we wanted to or like preferred to, but due to our schedule this month, we had to fit a 4th BTSL in somewhere, and this unfortunately ended up being the loser slot. It is kind of cool though to still see we get like 500 people while a GSL is going on, and I mean, big ass tournament in a time zone that is so dedicated to that one tournament. Like, I'm not even upset about today, frankly. It would have been really cool, I think, if we had broached, let's say 1,000. But it is what it is, and I'm enjoying the games. It's not like we come here expecting an audience of like 5,000. You know, just come here expecting some fun StarCraft, hang out with each other and the viewers.
Why does Gatherbot? Oh, someone shushed him, I guess. Oh, okay, yeah, okay, phew. I keep forgetting that crush is an option unless you mention that Terminator gives everyone crushes.
Yeah. So, for those who don't know, there are some dick move commands, and one of them is a crush command. You don't have unlimited of these. It's a very limited and rare item unless someone buys them through goodie bags, and you can time someone out for 1 full minute. It's not a permanent ban. It's just a 1 minute you can't talk. 1 minute shh.
Yeah, they call it a crush though, so it sounds like you're crushing them, like the blocks in Mario. Crush.
Maybe it's like a weird super like yandere thing, you know, you're crushing on them, so you're like, shh, stop talking, I don't want other women to fall in love with you. Jesus.
There's a certain point of yandere won't even cross, whatever.
I don't know, man. I feel like that definition of the word means just kind of all out, all in, you know?
If by changing what they are, no, that doesn't quite work out either. I feel like silencing them or mutilating them or any of those things so that other women won't like them, then that's the crossing the line. Yandere wouldn't do that.
You're right. It's that you would silence and mutilate the other women so they wouldn't have a chance with the guy.
There you go. Oh my god.
The probe's on the pile, right? Okay, it did. So Zest knows that HerO's setting this up on the side. He's got a really sizable stalker force, a lot of sentries. I kind of almost wish this was just like a pure mind game out of HerO, but with Blink coming behind it, you know he wanted to actually warp in, and he'll get caught by this. Zest moves in to kill the probe, and he'll very easily clean up the pylon.
Yeah. Zest is on to HerO shenanigans, as is everyone, but HerO still has a knack of making it work despite being scouted and found out. He's already cut probes, he's been putting everything into this, and just as, you know, having to deal with more, even slower warp-ins, and more pylons having to be put down.
Yeah, he's coming across the map with that new probe. Very important to stalkers alone. Even with Blink, granted, and Blink is very powerful, he wouldn't be able to do much, but he's still sitting here on not Blink for 13 seconds, so he's going to lose one of the stalkers. That's a really bad start for him.
This already feels impossible. He did go back into building probes, so there was a bit of a blip, but not too long. He's still down by 5.
Overcharged Micro goes to the main. Blinks away as well. He does have an escape path through the left there once he sees the Immortal, and yeah, he's going to take it. Not worth committing to.
Alright, so as I said, HerO started building probes again, kind of like realizing there's got to be an ounce of this. This isn't going to surprise and absolutely tear his opponent apart. So it's double Stargate on the backside.
Oh, that's kind of neat. I like this a lot. He's got to make sure he still doesn't lose too much before he gets to that, though. So a couple of Adepts is totally fine. Kill some probes, force some overcharges. Nice probe pull to keep them in range of the overcharge. Very nicely done out of Zest.
Oh, yeah.
Also, to address this as well, since we have some very privileged folks in chat, a Wild Blue card says, I'm not paying to watch VODs because you broadcast while GSL is up. Luckily, you don't have to. If you wait a day, it'll be up on YouTube for free. The instant VOD access is more of just a benefit, not, I guess, I don't want to call it like a requirement. As we have all our VODs for free available on YouTube in spoiler-free format, no less, thanks to our YouTube editor, Joey, a.k.a. nice__username.
No.
Well, the double Stargate I thought was going to be for Phoenix, Zombie Grub.
Nope. Fleet Beacon already on the way.
And Void Rays. Okay, the Void Rays throw me for even more of a loop than the Fleet Beacon does.
I guess thinking he's going to need something to defend, because Zest obviously realizes he's dealt with the attack very easily. He's got to start planning on what he's going to do after. Expanding is one of those things, but also building a bunch of gateways, getting his own blink. I think he knows he'll have an opportunity to attack. The assumption is that they were later to their robo, they were later to their, charge or whatever. It could have been past that. I would mention Stargate, but I'm not sure Zest would think that was a possible follow-up. It's a pretty rare one, especially a mothership core or mothership.
So that actually makes me more enticed than the Void Rays do. These are going to be good or bad, a lot depending on what Zest does, and a lot less depending on what HerO does. And that's a nasty supply block too, that piling getting hit up. But I was going to say the mothership I like a lot, because detection's already going to be fairly limited. You're not making 100 observers in a PvP. So maybe this one observer gets picked off, and then, well, the cloaked army out of HerO, no matter what it consists of, is going to be way better.
Yeah. What an interesting follow-up.
Actually, HerO's not going to have any detection, though, because he didn't go Robo. He's not going Oracles. He takes a hidden base in the bottom left. He's full of tricks. I like this. I don't know that any of this is going to work, but I like it because it's very different than most things we see in PvP.
Oh, it certainly is. I think that Zest is on the timer here then. Even with Temple Archives already on the way, you might think that Archons are okay against Void Rays. They are until Void Rays are up to the count of like 8 or 9 or 10. Like that's when, the Archons, they might get underneath them, but they're hopefully not that clumped up. There's charge lots helping them out too, and they just have a supreme amount of damage.
So that's actually really bad. One of the best things the Stalkers are doing, we're obviously not keeping the worker count low. Zest has been bleeding out workers, and he's still up like 11, right? The bigger concern here is that he now loses all that potential to keep Zest at home, to keep him on his toes. And if Zest pushes out, granted, Void Rays are incredibly strong, and so is this surprise mothership, but this is still a very powerful army out of Zest.
Yeah. And he does know about the double Stargate, but...
You know what, though? What's he warping in right now? Is he still warping in Zealots? No, Archons. Okay, Archons could work, too. My concern was that there wouldn't be enough anti-air. Is this seriously going to find this? Oh, he already scouted it. Never mind.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Well, he can always recall, but if he does... Oh, no. Sick
He's
as
a
bait.
recall, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's got like 3 or 4, but I'm just saying sick bait to take him out of position, because now if he recalls back here, it'll still take time. And if he recalls everything, then these Stalkers just go back in.
Well, here, what are you doing? You're not gonna be
he's trying to split. He's trying to split, I think. No? I was going to say, he's just going to leave the Zealots down here. Charge isn't done. Void Rays starting to clean this up. Natural base, though, under big attack.
Maybe he just figures he has time.
Oh, but this is like the mothership just going to take so much damage when she recalls in.
But it's only 3 If she moves, 3 Archons won't be able to chase, but she's not moving.
And the Stalkers.
Okay, they still die. She could have lived.
Yeah. That surprised me too. HerO's not want to make a mistake like that. But the Void Rays are still going to clean this up at the end of the day. So not game over yet for HerO. Army supply to Zest right now is primarily Zealots.
Yeah. I wonder if... I don't know. I want to say more so that was just HerO thinking oh God, I've never been in this position before. What do I do? But he might have also just thought in the set situation said, like, I can save both. I don't know. It was truly weird. And those are huge warp-ins with Stalkers coming in, and Zest is only at... Or HerO's only at 5 Void Rays.
And this base is just so exposed. That's the biggest danger of taking a base like this. It's hidden, it's cool, but it's also just no way to reinforce it in time. If these Void Rays could kill that Warp Prism at any point, there wouldn't be the additional, like, 10 Stalkers in play. Prismatic Alignment comes in, they're going to melt a lot of the Stalkers, but there should be more than enough to kill them. GG. Zest going to take the series 2-1 and go to the finals.
Zest still a god of PvP.
Yeah, no matter how shaky he looks in the other matchups, no matter what his actual win rate is, he's pretty consistently good in PvP. I'll give him that. But okay, guys, we're going to head to a quick commercial break. while we get the lobby set up for Joxy versus Solar. TVZ coming up in the other semifinals. Winner goes on to fight against Zest. And I gotta tell you, I'm really hoping for Joxy Zest finals, but Solar Zest finals would be really cool too. We'll see you guys here in a couple minutes.